smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for it.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you'll have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game, because normally you'll take some time off. Here you get right back in the game plan.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, watch 28.
From the gun, Griffith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, Zoo. Ready?
Throwing on first down, Griffith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Good throw there to start the second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. It's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, Griffith nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Back to throw. Griffith. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You're out. 2.
Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Get it ready.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Griffith. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Griffith. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson now, and this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Oh, a heck of a move. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
That score was not a game close.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays. Charles, did the knee hit first or did the...
You bet. That's our ball. Our ball. Touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Defense.
So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Mike 52. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Ready weapon. Don't get nervous.
36.
Now.
On 1st and 10, Griffith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1:57 to go on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll get this out to Barkley complete, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now it's Jackson.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did. Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven 1st. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Griffith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Back to throw. Griffith. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A beautiful fake. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ready, break.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Griffith going right side here, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Finding Green complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
91 is the mark.
Operating from the gun. Griffith. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Going the other way.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just like that.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
I'm coming after you.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
52. Mike 52. I'm coming. New Mike 55.
Throwing on first down. Griffith going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the shift.
Throwing again. Griffith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let's go. 52's the mark, boy. 50.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 9. Jackson, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The dump off good for 8 there on first down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. It's Bishop. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, watch the slant. Cut. Get it.
It's Mixon on the counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
On the double. 52.
Off play action. Griffith. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
High 7. 5.
On first down, Griffith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He'll look to throw. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run with Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.